dear sunshines. How are you all? I hope you all are doing really very well. In our today's class, we are going to study our chapter number 4. And the name of this chapter is Choose Company. Actually, this is a poem. Okay? My dear student, this poem is based on reality. Okay? This poem tells us that sometimes, okay, some point in our life, we should listen to others also. Okay, maybe at certain things we don't believe. Okay, maybe on certain things we don't believe, but some other beliefs, and maybe they are right, we are wrong. Okay, so in this poem, you are going to see exact same thing. Okay, now come with me and let's explore the chapter. Let's explore the poem. Be ready. Overconfidence and a refusal to acknowledge the possibility of the unknown can lead to one's downfall. Absolutely right. I told you, okay, maybe something we don't believe, okay, but some person believe on that thing and they are right, we are wrong, okay, but still we are not accepting that I'm wrong, okay. This is called overconfidence, okay. Sometimes, my dear student, our own overconfidence leads to our own downfall. Okay, this is absolutely true. Okay, if you are a very overconfident person, see, there is a difference between confident and overconfident. Okay, you are sure that I'm going to achieve this percent of marks. Okay, this is confident. Okay, but you are continuously feeling very proud. Oh, okay, in my previous class, I already achieved this percentage of marks. Now again, I'm going to achieve it. This is called overconfidence. There's a very slight difference between confident and overconfident. Okay, so always try to be confident, but protect yourself from being overconfident. Okay, see, here absolutely true, overconfidence leads to our own downfall. Okay, it's important to respect the beliefs and warnings of others and not to underestimate or dismiss the supernatural or mysterious forces in the world. Okay, this is absolutely true. My dear student, in this world, if God is present, then some other forces are also present. Okay, it is up to you if you want to believe it or not. It is up to me if I want to believe it or not. Okay, but never make a joke of some person's thinking or some person's identity. Okay, never make a fun. Okay, see, if in your own family, if someone is believing on some kind of forces called supernatural thing, try to clear their concept. Okay, but don't make joke of them. Okay, maybe they are not maybe they are not very much aware with scientific developments and scientific ideas. Okay, try to clear their concept, but don't make joke of them. Okay, so come with me and let's see in what way a person who don't believe on ghost but end by meeting the ghost. Okay, come with me and let's see. Okay, they said the house was haunted, but he laughed at them and said, "Tut tut, I never heard such tittle tattle as ghosts that groan and chains that rattle." Okay, so the person, okay, so the person who is described in this poem, he said, my all friends and my neighbors say that this particular house which is present in our locality, it is haunted. Okay, they said this is haunted, so don't go in that house. But see, I'm not going to believe on them. Okay, they all are fool. Okay, and that person who is mentioned in this poem, he was very arrogant, he was very confident. Okay, he was very much he was full of overconfidence. Okay, he always laugh on them. Okay, and he said, oh, you all are superstitious person. Okay, why you are considering this home as a haunted house? It is simple house, just like me, just like my house, just like your house. Okay, I never heard such tittle tattle. Okay, see, I'm not going to believe on such kind of gossips. Okay, I'm not going to believe on this gossip that this house is haunted, because I never saw with my own house that a ghost is coming from this house having a chain in his hand. Okay, so in this first paragraph, okay, the person who is mentioned in this poem, he was saying that, okay, I'm not going to believe that this house is haunted because I have never saw with my own house that a ghost is coming from this house and having a chain in his hand. Okay, now the second paragraph. And just to prove I am right, I am in the right, please leave me here to spend the night. Okay, now see, This person confront all his community members and all his friends and said, okay, I accept my defeat. Okay, I'm going to accept my defeat. Okay, but give me a chance. I'm going to prove you all that I am right and you all are wrong. Okay, and in this chance, I'm going to spend one night at that haunted house. Okay, just give me a chance. They winged absurdly tried to smother. Their ignorant laughter nudged each other and left him just as dusk was falling, with a hunchback moon and screeching owls calling. Okay, so all other persons try to stop him. They're continuously saying, you are a fool, why you are going to spend your night just trying to prove yourself right in this haunted house, why you are going to leave. Okay, but this person was adamant that no, I'm right, I'm going to prove myself right, I'm just going to spend one night in this haunted house. Okay, so all were feeling right now helpless, and they surrendered before that person and leave that person in this haunted house in between moon and owls who are howling in the night. Not that this troubled him one bit. In fact, he was quite glad of it. Okay, but you know what? That person was really very, what's it? Fearless. Okay, what's fearless? Okay, that person was really very fearless. He was not troubled that all person leave me in all person leave and went back to their respected homes, leaving me behind in this haunted house. They're all leaving me behind in this haunted house. But he was feeling glad that finally all those person are gone. Now I'm going to prove myself right, and I'm going to prove that you all persons are full of superstitions, you all person are full of fear. Okay, there is no ghost here. Knowing it's every sane man's mission to contradict all superstition, that person considered himself as masiha type. Okay, he always think that it is my responsibility, and it is a responsibility of all the person who is sane just like me. Sane means having a mind, the person who always work, okay, who always take the help of their mind, not their heart, in their work. Okay, so he always think that it is my responsibility to remove this superstition which is spread in my area. But what is that outside it seemed? And all this thing he was continuously thinking in his mind. At that moment, he saw a little bit. Okay, he saw a little bit. But what is that outside it seemed? Okay, so immediately that person, when he was thinking all this thing in his mind, he immediately saw, okay, he immediately heard that some sound is coming, and he thought, what is that? As if chains rattled, someone screamed, like chains are making a sound. Someone is screeching them. Okay, come, it's merely nerves, he's certain, but just the same, he draws the curtain. Okay, and after hearing such a scary sound, he tried to compose himself. He said, okay, no problem, no one is there, nothing, no problem. He tried to compose himself. The stroke of 12, but there's no clock. He shuts the door and turns the lock. Of course, he knows that no one's there, but no harm done by taking care. Someone outside, the silly joker. He may as well pick up the poker. Okay, and here you can see when the clock reached as 12 o'clock. Okay, he was feeling that someone is shutting the door and continuously some sound was coming. That's why, for as a precautionary step, okay, this person closed the door which is present in front of him. Okay, he closed the door. He thought, okay, no problem, I'm not feeling scary, I'm not scared person, but there is no harm if I'm taking a precautionary step. That noise again, he checks the door, shutters the window, makes a pause to seek the safest place to hide the cupboard strong. He creeps inside. Okay, and continuously that sound was coming, and right now he was feeling really scary, but he don't want to accept that I'm feeling scary. Okay, and now he tried to find a safe place to hide himself. Okay, and he immediately his eye fall on cupboard. Okay, and cupboard means cupboard. Okay, so he thought maybe in this whole place, okay, cupboard is the safest place to hide myself. Okay, not that there anything to fear, he tells himself, When at his ear, a voice breathed softly, "How do you do? I'm the ghost. Pray, who are you?" Okay. And at that time, okay, and at that time, when this person hid himself in the cupboard, he heard a strange voice. He said that, "Hello, how are you? Okay, I'm ghost. Nice to meet you. Come and welcome me. Okay, I'm your mate for tonight in this haunted house." Okay, so you can see, my dear student, in this way we finish this poem. Okay, this poem is written by Dr. Raymond Wilson. Okay, now come with me. Let's see the word meanings which we have seen in this chapter, in this poem. Tittle tattle, gossip or idle chatter. Hunchback. Okay, tittle tattle means whenever you are doing a gossip or listening a gossip. Hunchback, a person with a lump on their back, often due to a spinal deformity. Hunchback means a person, okay, a person having a bump-like shape on his back. Nudged means pushed gently, typically with one's elbow to draw attention. Nudged means whenever you are touching someone with your elbow. Superstition, a belief or notion, often irrational, that is not based on reason or scientific knowledge. Superstition means a myth. Okay, whenever a person believe on a myth, there is no scientific explanation behind that myth. This is called as superstition. Creeps, move slowly and stealthily, often with a sense of unease. Creeps means when you move in a very slow pace. Cupboard, a cabinet or enclosed storage space with shelves or compartments for storing items. Cupboard means a cabinet, okay, in which we usually kept our clothes and other items. Scoff expresses contempt or derision, mocks. Scoff means mocking sound. Poker, a long thin metal rod used for stirring a fire or moving burning material. Poker means a long metal rod, okay. Refuge, a place of shelter or safety. Refuge means a place where you used to live on a temporary basis. Airy, strange or frightening in a way that is mysterious. Aries means a very mysterious way, okay. Okay, my dear students, so this is all in this poem. Okay, in this poem, you see, my dear student, you have to be confident, but don't overconfident. Okay, so this is all in our poem. Okay. Okay, my dear student, now what you have to do, just go thoroughly through this poem, okay, and try to understand, because this poem is full of comedy, okay, and as well as it shows in what way you can use a very good use of irony, okay. Now, what you have to do, just go thoroughly through this chapter and try to complete all the exercises based on this chapter. Now, I'm taking leave and going to meet with you all in our next class with a new chapter or with a new poem. Till then, my dear students, you have to take very good care of yourself. Bye.